Usually Thomas would start talking right now, but I like to let the intro ride just a little bit longer.
Welcome back, folks.
Well, hello, folks. Welcome back to Token Talk. I'm Thomas Price. On my left is Ontario Moore.
I'm also Thomas Price.
On my right is Darius Wilson.
AKA, I'm so tired right now. Let's do it.
Welcome back to Token Talk. We got another show for you. We're going to go live right now.
And we also looking for user-submitted music, so if you think you got a nice little tune you want us to add on the podcast, just send it to us.
We are not taking mixtapes.
TokenTalk@gmail.com.
I think we've used Fifth Child's music.
We prefer mixtapes, actually.
We love Fifth, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fifth Child.
All right, well, let's get it started. Darius, why are you so tired, man?
Oh, man, it's just low carbon. And I'm just kidding. Bruh, I mean, I don't know why y'all asking me. We all did the same thing yesterday. We all hung out.
It's funny. A lot of low carb people still take shots and drink beer. Like, so many carbs and alcohol. Anyway, you go.
I took plenty.
Well,
but yeah, I mean, we all hung out last night.
We hung out. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because we have a podcast, but we don't like hang out as much as people think we do. In fact, like this is one of the only times we actually see each other and spend as much time around each other because y'all are terrible people. But
so and it keeps it fresh. You know, we get to keep the show fresh, so we don't really give all our good stuff away.
If you want all three of us in one place at one time, we charge $3 for a walkthrough.
Just $3 for a walkthrough,
or free walk me down,
or you can just pick up our tab, which seems like the thing to do.
That is a recurring thing.
If you see Token Talk out, pick up our tab and you'll get a shout out on the show.
I give PBR for a walkthrough. That's all.
Shout out to that guy with that blazer last night.
But yeah, so we went out.
Second time a guy in a blazer bought us shots, man. Hey, look.
That's our thing. Did we attract guys with blazers?
Yeah, bro. I was speaking of attacking guys with blazers.
Whoa!
Where we go last night, bro?
All right, so last night, first thing, we went out to the roller derby bout, Capital City fun. Roller Girls. Taria and I attended that event.
That was real fun.
If you guys do not know what roller derby is, it's
a
sport.
Beautiful expression of female sensuality.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, sure.
On roller skates.
On roller skates.
Also,
it's beautiful.
It's women on rollerblades and roller skates that look like they can beat you up anytime they want to, which is something I enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
And they so tough and strong, man. You just see, like, all his, like, tactics and, like, strength and just, yeah, it's beautiful.
That's your first game?
Yeah, that was my first game. That was my first game.
Yeah, I'm a regular attender. I usually sit in the corner and just, like, view.
Stop lying.
Y'all never come with me, though, seriously.
I
mean, I used to go back in the day, but...
Okay.
I really don't enjoy this version of it because they do it in the convention center and it's like a flat rink.
Look, man, we ain't got the money. The money ain't there yet, but they working on it. They working on it.
I mean,
you come
I wish
to the
we could fund
game.
that.
You know, it's like when everybody tries to start their own.
I don't think they're called games. I think they're called matches. You want to?
I think they're not called bouts. They're called bouts. Anyway, these women, they get on these skates and they ride around the circle and they beat the hell out of each other and they try to make laps, and whoever makes the most laps, with other rules included, that's how they win.
The whole time I'm like, ooh, they gotta be bad for her knees though.
Yeah. You got a ringer and you got what do you call them? Not defenders, jammers.
Yeah.
So
you got blockers.
Essentially, you want
you got elbowers.
Your larger
you got hippers
athletes to be out there.
You got assers.
And blocking the other team's ringer or jammer or whatever.
Right. Jammer.
The speed person.
Right. Yeah, the elite. Yeah.
Also, and
so many ass attacks.
And if you get any opportunity to see a derby match, please go. It really is entertaining.
That was dope.
That's right. And it's like $5, right? I mean, it ain't.
Woo, that was expensive. I was like, how much is it? I was like, can I do like half? Can my boy split a ticket? He going for the first half.
Oh, it was 10?
Yeah, I wish, but it's okay though. We out here to support.
How much was it?
Man, I just put down payment on them tickets, bro.
We got our money's worth, bro.
Yeah.
Drinks is $9. Though.
They didn't give you nachos or nothing.
And it was just, and it was actually pretty cool. Diverse crowd.
Had the kids there and everything.
Yeah.
Dressed up in superhero costumes last night.
Oh, that's just cute.
Yeah, it was dope. But shout out, we beat their other team by like 60 points. Whooped their ass, man.
And then after we left roller derby, we went to get some food at One Block East.
Yeah, we did. We got some grub at one of the local bars here. They got good burgers, right? They're known for their burgers. And
sponsor us.
Yeah, you hear us. You got these shout outs. I'm trying to figure out how to escalate it from there. We go in. It was all a blur for me, honestly.
Well, let me. This is where I come in. So I'm sitting at my girl house, chilling, watching football, Gamecocks, and I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Go Cox.
I'm eating sausage and cheese. Sausage and cheese, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. And I get the call from Darius, who never really calls me, and says like, "Hey, come out with your boy," but I was like, "I'm kind of into something, you know."
Trying to see
Can't just
how
up
long
and
the
lay.
leash actually was. Like, can mama let you out to play? Like, just
And I wanted to say something, but I was like, I can't say nothing because she standing next to me.
She like listen to every word.
So I was like, "Yo, I'ma holler at you later."
Can I do a disclaimer? Like when I call like my guys I know they're in relationships, I always speak in a manner that can get everybody in trouble. I'm like, yo, what's up with your boy
that's what
Raw
you do.
Dog Central? What's going on, fam? What's up? Last night was crazy, but tonight about to be stupider. Like,
Who knew 3 Jimmy hats were there?
hey, you left all the rappers, dog. Like,
So I'm like, all right, well, they're like, well, we're at 1 block east. Let's hang out. And I was like, so we're going to stay there? Because, 1 block east, I'm not privy to. I've been there a couple times, but it ain't my spot.
it ain't my spot either, but
So-
you know.
I love 1 block, man.
But then Darius was like, well,
Give
make
me
a
an
suggestion.
indication.
I was like, I got no suggestions. So let me go put on my shell toes, and I'll meet y'all up there.
Should we
Word.
talk about these shelters
Yes,
now?
we
or-
should, man. Like, okay, so if y'all remember Run DMC from the last century, they were
They
big
taught you how to
proponents-
walk this way. This is how you treat
This
us.
is big proponents of Adidas and specifically the shell-toed Adidas. What was it like when the shell-toes first came out, Tom?
You
I don't
did.
know. This is my first pair. All
Wow.
right? That's what I'm saying. Man. I couldn't
So
get them
like-
as a kid. I ain't
They
had no
coke
money.
white too. I mean, they are
I mean,
so
how
fresh.
Did people feel about shell-toed Adidas back in the day?
No, everybody was wearing them.
They're like church shoes, right? Like everybody
with
just
the
wore them
fat
everywhere.
laces. Y'all probably don't know what fat laces are, but they were really, really fat shoelaces.
I don't know what fat
Okay,
laces
gave it
are.
away.
They came back. St. Louis, I think, had a
Some of them
movement
glow in
fat
the
laces.
dark. They were beautiful.
Shell toe's nice. I ain't gonna lie. You can't make fun of them too hard tonight.
I gotta
So-
keep them white. I don't know how to do that.
You
but
can stop wearing them everywhere. That's you just wore them last night.
I just got these babies
Put
like
'em on
around
ice.
6 p.m.
Put them on
yesterday.
ice. You know what I'm saying? Put them back in the package.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I need to get another pair so I can.
Them joints leaning already, bro. You only got
That's
2
me.
stripes on
That's
that
on my
side.
foot. That's my foot.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, quick tip: baking soda. Well, you can use toothpaste, but
I'm finna put toothpaste on my shoe.
but
Really?
you can because it'll keep it white, or baking soda, lemon juice,
And
and
mini
leave it out
fresh?
in the sun. For
You
a
can use the
little bit.
same thing on your teeth.
Okay.
They have taught it on
Lemon juice?
on Reddit. Yeah. Don't trust me. Hey, yo, don't listen to us.
No, it's not.
So anyhow, forget all that. I mean, my shoes fly and they
our
shoes
local
whack.
sneaker experts,
This is where we are,
Yeah.
right? So I get the shell toes on. I lace them up. I'm ready to go. I get to the spot. As soon as I walk in, this place is kind of like, there's like 9-10 people in there. Most of them playing pool. Other playing like supersized Jenga. And I go in and Darius is dressed like Fresh Prince. He got his hat on backwards. He's like, let me tell you a story.
Wow.
And he's on his
Wow.
phone, surprise, surprise. And he got one of his homeboys, one of the Chili boys, in his spot. Shout out to D. And I go in, shake hands, coming through. And at the bar, at the corner of the bar,
What'd you see?
two African American females,
Wait,
two
wait.
black sisters.
There's his friend looks like every antagonist in every black
Right.
movie.
Like
Like
he
Tyler
played-
Perry movie.
He played everybody in the wood.
He did do.
Shirt down to like button number 3,
Right.
I like, bro. They get 8 buttons for a reason. Like, I'm only gonna button the last 2.
He smells so good. So
I
I
stand in front of fans for no reason. I'll keep going.
So I go in and Tario is in between these two ladies, and he's kind of leaning in. He's just talking, and I'll come up to him, hit him on the back. Hey, I'm here. My man give me a pound, and he says, "Oh yeah, this 39 right here. This is what 39 looks like." And I have no idea what he's talking about. So that's how I enter this situation. All right, and it's about 11 o'clock.
Give us some context. See?
Okay. So when I enter a conversation with people, I talk to people all the time at bars, and most of the time, people are super polite unless they in a bad mood. And like I can always find like a point to like latch on to like make bigger points so we can have a great conversation.
Like age.
Right. Well, I was talking to these 2 older ladies, and they were not giving me anything. I'm like, hey.
Folks, when he
how are
says
you?
older, I think he means like 40,
40,
maybe 42.
I don't think so.
Both mid 40s.
I
Both
don't
mid 40s.
I don't
I mean,
think
they were my age.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they were in their mid 40s.
Matter of fact, when I first came over there, one said, "I got a son your age," and I was just like, all right.
which can be possible without her being mid. Because like I got. So here's the thing. So I saw my man's over there talking, and like I'm looking at their reaction. I'm like, oh, this doesn't look like it should be going as well as I hope. But it's okay because no lie. Back in the day, Tario and I, we used to do our thing. We used to go out and we was set sights. open up the set, talk to them, have a great time, and meet new people, have meaningful interactions. You like how I said that?
Yeah. And y'all were good at it, huh?
Some better than most, but whatever.
Word.
Whatever. I said, whatever.
Right. So, I lost all context of like what was appropriate to say because I felt like it was crashing and burning anyway.
Because you ain't talked to black women in so long. Sorry.
Stop saying what they think.
And so I just started
I am
like
your conscience.
I was like, I have a friend coming who's 39.
Oh, so now that makes sense. Okay.
And
there he is right now. Say what's up, 39.
By the way, once he said that, I looked at them and I was waiting for an introduction from them, and I swear one of them never even looked at my face. She probably just looked down at me and looked at Tario and never even acknowledged my existence. So I was like, this seems about right.
Okay,
I'm gonna go sit
Let me
at the
say
bar.
before it gets like super super problematic. So it's if they did not want to have the conversation, that is completely fine. That's what people can do. They have the option to do that. The problem was, at some points it'll be crashing and burning, and then you think like, okay, and you walked away. Like we walked away,
right?
But then they would invite the conversation back, and I'm like, what is going on?
It was really weird.
So it was one of those things where it's like, all right, we're at the bar. There's not that many people here.
It's like 5 people at the bar.
Let's just make conversation. But it was like, hey, the other girl, one of the friends was the friend of the one.
Can we
to
give
the
them
right.
fake names? Let's give the.
Okay,
hold on.
bad.
Let's give the one who was problematic. Her name is Melissa. See what I did? Gave her a white name.
No, don't do
Gave her a white
this.
name.
They're like supposed to make it easier to talk about or something. Let's call them like microphone stand and like bookshelf.
Okay, microphone stand and bookshelf.
These
I
are
like
just-
that.
these-
Can we
I
call
just
one of
gotta
them
see it.
Elise and the other one's K-Swiss?
Okay, K-Swiss.
Okay.
K-Swiss.
So Elise was the one with the problematic. K-Swiss was pretty nice.
Hey, look, you can't use that term.
For sure. No, I would.
Okay, which term is that?
Sometimes we have to talk in Thomas's language. Like he thinks that word means something else, and we'll just let him have it.
Okay.
We're millennial snowflakes. Don't forget that.
Okay.
I can't say problematic.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So K
She had an
Swiss.
attitude.
K Swiss was like just snarling, right?
Literally snarl.
No, that's the other one.
What's the other one? That's a shoe brand. Can we just call it
You said
Timberland?
Elise?
Did I say Elise's? No.
I want to say Timberland. That's just
All right, let's
more
go
fitting.
Timberland. Yeah, that makes sense. She was mean.
Cause she could have been wearing Timberlands. That would have been like
all right.
fitting. But she was dope. Like we had, I was making jokes. She was laughing, so it was kind of cool. So I was like, okay, maybe they don't hate my man. Maybe they just like just being hard on for no reason. I know he's making jokes. My man has funny jokes. Y'all hear
Right.
Tari every time. He's hilarious.
And I give you my perspective when you finish.
So I come in, and then like the other lady's like, okay, well, so how's your day? What's been your experiences today? And I'm just kind of like, I went to this roller derby bout. It was cool. It was like this, and then so on and so forth. And her friend was like, are you single? And I was like, oh yeah, I am. Is that what you guys want to talk about? Because I just thought we were talking about something else. She's like, why are you single? I'm like, oh, I just do my thing. I just feel like there's a lot of power in being open and free. She's like, oh, so you're a whore. Okay.
Ding 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 ding
Like,
ding.
wait a minute. Like, you want to ask him, am I a firefighter also? Because I feel like you're just like throwing out titles and like just want to see if I react to them. Because like, how does they equate to being a whore? And I was like, I don't get it. And she just had her own perception, her own definition. I was like, all right, I gave my man the get out eyes. I was like, I gotta go. We gotta go.
Right.
But
And
So they defeated y'all. in other
so
words.
it
ain't over.
So I would like later on after we go to the third place we went that night, I would like to juxtapose the two reactions of women that we talked to in two different environments. But my thought was when I was talking to them, they were not receptive and pretty much closed off. But not for like negative purposes. I came to find out. At first I was like, why are they being so mean to me? And like
I'm whining.
right. And so like but as night went on, I started to understand where they were coming from. I mean, they were she explained it to her. She said, I ain't hung out with my girl in a minute.
Yeah.
And we just trying to have some drinks and talk. You know what I
Which
mean?
is fine.
Yeah,
Which is totally
yeah.
fine.
Man, I really wish I could say exactly what you said to me. You probably remember, but
I remember
I
because
can't
I
put it on
I was
air.
crying in his ear. I was like, man, they so mean.
He was like, man, why you act like this, man? That's
so
why I don't.
Wait, you better relax.
Okay,
That never happened.
Relax. And I was like, yeah.
I mean, because that's I come to bar to talk to my guys, right? I have serious bromances. I'm like, I come here and I like to talk to my dudes,
Right.
and so I get the idea, but it was so confusing because I saw you over there talking, and I kind of like, okay, well, let me go see what's going on. And then, you know, it wasn't exactly like, you guys should leave. Which again, I mean, the culture of misogyny, like, it's really tough.
All right.
For women to say that because there can be consequences. Now,
consider the next point though. When a really obnoxious guy came up to them, me and Darius had party.
We weren't the obnoxious guys. That was another guy.
Me and Darius walked away, and this really obnoxious guy came up and said something really appropriate to one of the ladies.
Let's call him Rayon.
That's appropriate.
And her first instinct was to turn to me or talk to Darius and say, so what were you saying earlier about that thing?
I totally forgot about that. That's one of the ways we got drawn back into this.
Yeah.
We were like the scapegoat. It's like,
because we were nice. He was like, pick your poison.
Like,
I'll take the mild.
Die fast or die slow. No, it was like, wait, that was a terrible joke. I'm sorry for that.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there, we're at the bar, like, listening to LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out on it. Because the jukebox was just playing my old school.
Like, yeah,
he got mad when they changed the songs. He
was like,
why y'all turn that off?
I was listening to Big L. But it was interesting because, like, to me, in my mind, like, we're just, you know, I thought they were welcoming conversation and we were just making jokes. And then I realized they weren't having it. I was like, that's fine, too. I don't have, these jokes can be saved for tomorrow. And we record. That's fine. And then that happened with Rayon. And he was like, hey, guys, you want to know how much I make? You want to know how much I make? He, like, throws his two cards.
No. Okay, let me just go back. Let me tell you how the perspective went from my end. Okay,
there's both sides of the story.
So Tario's been over there like, yo, man, it's some bull. I'm going back in. Hold my coat. He goes in, and at some point, Tario has pulled out one of his business cards. And Darius and I are sitting on, the other side looking at this and just kind of pointing like, because we know Tario ain't got a phone number or an email on this business card. There's no way to contact him. It just says more in real big letters.
And marketing. Hey, more marketing. Servicing all your marketing
Shout
needs.
out.
Hey,
Shout
man,
out,
don't be the podcast.
You can't contact him.
You damn near handed him a napkin, bro. Get out my face.
Yeah. You've been better off handling back with a number. So he got a business card, and he tried to get a pen from the bartender. Like, let me get that Bic. And we over here just like, and next thing you know, my man Rayon comes in and he throwing down two cards.
He threw down two business cards. Yeah.
And I swear
vertical ones too, which I just
them chick looked up a card like they were playing spades and it was just like low. It was like, I don't want them to hear, And so they kind of sit in our way. We're like, I don't want them over here. and somehow we just get into the whole conversation about, what we all do for a living. And he's just like, man, I do this and I do this. And we work in the same field. And it just became this whole ordeal. And look.
Stop.
I can't.
Let me give you my perspective on that. So my man throws out the two cards. Everybody picking them up. And he knows for some reason that Darius is what Darius does, right?
Right.
Can I say what it is?
You can look at Darius.
So Darius pulls out his card. And the guy,
like
it's a recognizable card, right? And my man's like, oh man, I turned down a job from them to work over where I am. And I was like, oh.
He said, I can't believe you worked there.
So Darius's face is, if you guys don't know Darius, Darius has a smile that is actually a frown and a kringle, like he wants to punch you. There's a regular smile, and then there's that one that's like, go fuck yourself. And he was giving him that, go fuck yourself.
I was kind of like, I see what we doing now. Like we having a pissing competition at the bar, and now these two innocent ladies are now bystanders, and they're everybody's about to get some of this action. So I'm like, all right, let's play the game.
Meanwhile, I'm listening to Backstreet. But keep going.
Now Blackstreet's on, and so I'm like, that's cool, man. And I know how this works. People like to say, oh yeah, I had an offer there, or I interviewed there. And I'm kind of like, all right, well, without giving you any detail, let's talk about this. And he's like, what's that one guy? Skinny, brunette, white guy? I'm like, it's all of them. Try again. But long story short, he's like, man, I know what you do, man. I know the work you're into, man. Matter of fact, man, one of our facilities is right over here across the street. And I'm like, bruh, I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm gonna need you, like, can we just put this on ice? Like, let's just chill. I maybe thought we were like going for like somebody he was trying to go to at the bar. He just wanted to like block or something, but I feel like he had like some ulterior motives, and I was just like not really feeling that. But it turns out there was a facility right across the street.
So Darius leaves with this suspicious guy. And we let him. We just let him go. We was like, all right, bro. We'll see you when you get back.
So
like,
no. Let's be honest. We were like, where'd Darius go? He's like, I don't know. I think he's about to go get his Jimmy. Literally, I was like, he gonna get his Jimmy Wax by that Rayon dude.
Well, why would y'all let? First off, that's what y'all thought.
That was dirty.
And y'all know
why
my
we let
heart.
you go?
Why would y'all let me go?
Because I didn't figure you were going to do the waxing. And who am I to deny you your ultimate pleasure?
Hey, y'all can't see. I'm about to shake my bad head right now. Like, that's real thoughtful. It's still messed up, but it's
all
real
right, so
thoughtful.
these two women still sitting at the bar though.
Right. And now they like, who the hell?
What is going on? You got people throwing business cards at us. Like, we got a guy talking about salary and like careers and stuff.
So now I don't look so bad. I'm sitting at the bar by myself and be like, at least he ain't said nothing.
They looking back like, well, 39 don't look so bad. First off, I think that they told me their ages, and it was like 31 and 36.
They didn't look 31, bro.
I don't think they look.
Are you saying they look old?
I think they look young.
I thought they looked older.
Again, we all remember the
I
story
thought
different
black
ways.
didn't crack, but okay.
You know what? The influence. I'm not gonna blame alcohol, but we all were like, I was drinking Jameson. We got drinking gin and tonic, so maybe we just saw things differently.
Of course, when you scowl, make you look older though.
Oh my God!
God, your girl Timberland was like, hand, talk to the hand. Like she was still doing it. I ain't know
K-Swiss was like, from what I recall, K-Swiss. I found out K-Swiss and our social media buddies because it's Jackson. Jackson's really tiny.
Oh, nice.
And large. And so she's like, I recognize you. You're one of my followers. And I was like, I guess I am. And she posts like a lot of memes and stuff. And so
that made you feel good. Makes you feel better.
She ain't made none of them though, right?
No, it's just like reposting. That's what 36 to 40 something year olds do. Just joking.
I tried once to make mine.
We're killing our audience. But I was like, hey.
Okay. So at some point we have to leave Capitol. Darius gets back from whatever he was doing, and
I saw the facility. It was dope.
He came in. He was like, fellas.
I was not. I was like, yo, he might be a jerk, but I made sure to do the email because that was dope. I got a facility tour.
He was like, oh, his shit legit.
all right. So we had a standing invitation for an after party.
Hold up. You're right. Did you get to the best part?
I didn't.
After my man Rayon came back in, what'd he say? He came to the bar and what'd he say?
Darius did him right.
He was
Darius
like, yo,
was so happy. He
I'm
bought
picking
all
up
three
tabs.
All three of our tabs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like,
and then he started buying other people's tabs. Like, but he said he told the bartender to put it all on his card, the company card, and then he walked away and we're like, hey, bro, you want some of this? Hey, bro, y'all
Glenfiddich.
bring me that Top Chef Cavassier.
Hey, Darius started. We started like listing drinks off of the bartender. The bartender like, what's that? We ain't got that.
Y'all ain't no do say?
I asked him like, you don't have anything but foam? Anything but foam that I could just like it'll bubble over? No.
I just want bubbly. I don't know if it's a brand or what. I just hear the rappers talk about want bubbly.
I was like, you got Ace of Spades.
So now that we still had money, it was like, yo, what's the next episode?
Our opportunities were limitless. We can do whatever we want tonight.
All right, so we had a standing invitation to go to the roller derby after party.
Yeah. And so the roller after party was at a club in Jackson. The name of the club is called Wanderlust.
What kind of club is it?
It's a nightclub.
That's not what I'm asking.
Anyway, it's a gay club.
It's a gay
like,
club.
Oh.
It's all like, of course, we had like all had initial apprehensions, but at that point we didn't care because we was already drunk.
What?
Okay, let me just stop. I did not. I never had a problem with it.
Here is the funny part about this. Thomas did not. And you all are listening, and you all know who Thomas is. You know how problematic he's been. Right. He was like, cool, y'all ready to roll? And then Tari, Tari now kind of like, yeah, we'll figure this out. Yeah, we need to go change. Like, I don't know if I have no lotion on.
Rayon?
Yeah, that would have worked. You can't get rayon wet, though, I don't think.
Oh, you gonna get it wet? You go to the club.
Especially that one.
So yeah, we were all drunk. So like, even though I might have had apprehensions, we were going anyway though.
But for sure, yeah.
Because we knew people there, and like we wanted to hang out with the people we knew that were there.
And
they built their confidence up on the way by freestyling 16 bars in the car.
Yeah, we started listening to Diana Ross. Like, we were just getting real pumped up. We were just kind of...
All right. So we walk in, and it's packed. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah, it was thick.
Yeah, and at first I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And Thomas just like he went into the women's bathroom, but you couldn't tell because
Stop right there. That's gonna be the thing, right? Stop right there. Let me tell you how I saw it. We get there, we make rounds. You know, if you're popular like your boys on Talking Talk, you go into an establishment and you see people you know, you like to go around, make your rounds and shake
Dave
hands.
House, a slow motion style, just walking in.
Yeah, PBR full walkthrough. And he's like, all right, guys, I'm going to the bathroom. Be right back. I hear a consumer in this place. He's talking to one of the young ladies. He's like, did I just hear a straight guy say he's gonna look for the bathroom? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I'll be right back. He walks in the same direction as Thomas, and he's like, hey, you looking for the bathroom? Like Thomas, like, yeah, man, help me out. And he's like, all right, right this way. I don't know. I mean, it might have been like, could have been legit. Could have been totally legit. This is me. I'm confiding in you guys, okay? Here, I know I'm not perfect, but I want y'all to listen to me, all right?
Okay, listen.
This is like, to me, it's like going out of town in a city you're not familiar with, and like, you know, you're riding with somebody who is familiar, and he's like, I'm gonna stop and ask for direction, and he's like, no, like, let me tell you where to go. Don't stop, because I don't, you know, you're in an unfamiliar environment. That's how it's just unfamiliar. And I was like, hey, Thomas, let us figure out where the bathroom is together, because I just don't know what my man's intentions are.
By the way, I couldn't figure out which one was the women's bathroom, which one was the men's bathroom. I really couldn't tell.
First off, there were 3 men's bathrooms. I counted the signs. And then there were also like open bathrooms with like no doors.
I felt like that was a dressing room. Well, first of all, none of the stalls had doors. That bothered me.
Well, for obvious reasons. Come on, Tom.
What?
Come on, Tom.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, what?
He'll get it by the time we get the closing from ours. but either way, so it's
but they got doors at regular places, at straight places.
It's not about that.
It ain't about that at all.
I don't understand.
What it's about is not that.
What do they do that's different than straight people?
They understand.
You see this double standard, man.
now you ain't small. I want doors in these places. I don't care whose bathroom it is. I just want a door.
That's an institutional policy, not like a. It's not like a societal thing. Like it's an institutional policy.
There are definitely there should be. If there aren't straight clubs that do not have the same thing going on, they probably need it too. Right. We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah.
So at the country clubs, they take out the hand sinks because they know ain't nobody washing their hands.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Are you going to country clubs? Like,
no. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
All right, we're done.
All right, back.
Okay.
What was it?
Okay, by the way.
No, wait. No, all I'm saying is, I did go to I was going to the bathroom. A guy was like, "Hey, man, you looking for the bathroom? I know where it is." I was like, "Cool, let's do this." And all of a sudden, I'm literally being restrained.
I don't know what happened.
From Darius, and I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Chill back. I got you, dog." And I'm like, "But I gotta go to the bathroom." And this man's taking me to the bathroom.
He right here right now.
He was like,
just do it.
Just stop. And then the guy turned around and he was like, "Well, we waiting on, fellas." And Darius is like, "We good, man. We good." And I'm just sitting there
Why
like,
you always make the voices like?
Did I make a voice?
No, that was totally you. No. Like,
what you waiting
on,
fellas?
Fine. He was like, "What you waiting on, fellas? Let's do this now."
Why do you do that?
Why make them Debo?
Like you only know tropes. Like why would you just be normal?
I am trying to be characters, and I gave you the high pitch. I am. Let's go. I am.
That's fair.
Okay, so
all right, man.
I just thought that was interesting. That I was like, "Oh, I can't go to the bathroom with this man. This is ridiculous."
Tar, you ready to make this parallel now, or okay?
I can make the parallel. Like
I want to say we there was a drag show.
Man, I couldn't find the bathroom. Keep going.
There was a drag show, and we missed the drag show. We were late. CP time does not stands for. Never mind. No, it's just CP time. We missed the drag show. Also, Tario and I saw all of our old classmates.
Yeah,
was this cool? Yeah, because
we had to pay him for the class reunion.
Class reunion, which he also didn't pay on time.
Okay, how we plan on paying for the class reunion?
So yeah, so Tari and I, check this out. Check me out right now, right? It's like $100 a person, right? You know, yeah, well they got activities planned up and everything. It's crazy.
It's a whole weekend.
I'm sure they do.
So per person $100. So $200 Tari and I getting class reunion, or $160 for a couple. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
Well, you know what you're doing.
Dario, yeah, it's us.
Yeah, y'all going. I mean, y'all ain't got to dress alike, but somebody going in. Somebody gonna wear. What do you put the little thing on your shirt?
Clothes. What do you mean?
No.
What was the name of that movie where they got married for like health insurance? We over here.
Chuck and Larry.
And we do it for like just to get into a class reunion.
And
we ride it out.
And then Darius gonna say, "Oh, he see us here together, so he's gonna make sense."
I mean, it's building backstory. Like I'm with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like immigration, when somebody come over here to get like married, they got to be here for 90 days and they got to like love each other actually to get
we got some really goofy stuff. I want to talk about the ACA, but
we can do it afterwards though.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we missed the drag show. So apparently it was Disney themed. So
I met what's the girl that sings Frozen?
I never seen it, but I know you're talking about
Elisa,
Little Snowman.
Iselia.
Sure, I saw Ursula. I thought it was dope. Ursula's one of my favorite Disney characters. I was like, man, that would have been dope. I think we would have like enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We had that money because we didn't spend it at the bar, so we could have been tipping and stuff. That would have been tight.
Right.
Was Ursula the black one?
Ursula is the mermaid.
I know
villain.
who Ursula is, the villain, but
No,
was that the
it was
the
not.
black
Stop.
lady.
I don't know who she was.
Okay.
Actually.
I sound racist now.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Anyway, can we? All right.
Stop right there. Tell your perspective.
All right. Anyway, so like I said, I didn't know what I didn't know do with my hands when I walked in. so I went up to the bar.
Jesus Christ.
And I saw like 3 or 4 people I knew. And they were like, "Hey, it's my birthday. We all celebrating our birthdays and whatever."
Yeah.
So I sit down.
C-Dub was in there.
Mm-hmm.
I sit down and I started, drinking and started talking to somebody I knew kind of well, but not really, really well. And I think I saw a different side of her. Like, I would like to say the whole vibe of the place was really open and free and like really fun. I don't feel like nobody, like when you typically go to a bar or club, it's so many like different cliques and like people so closed off and like really, really like defensive. But like you go there, ain't nobody defensive. Everybody's like, "What's up, y'all?" Blah blah blah.
It's like they're here for one motive, and that's like to have fun
And dance. And
enjoy
that's
each
what I
other.
loved it. I mean,
right. It was real fun. It had a really great environment. And she was like, "I love it here because I come here, I ain't got to worry about men harassing me like we just harassed somebody at one block."
right.
Inadvertently, like
Which we were actually talking about last episode when I was like, "Yo, why do gay men feel like they got to come up and let you know?" Truth is, straight men do that all the time to women.
Right.
It's the same thing. So, jokes on me.
It's just men. Men ain't shit, bro.
What?
Right.
Only problem I had last night, I bought 2 drinks last night, $26. What?
At that club?
Each one had to been $13 a piece, or did I just get the he straight kick his ass?
It sounded like you got that straight ass.
They can tell you went from around now.
Yeah. You can tell.
Dang.
I don't say you can tell by the way he walk. Jesus Christ. All right.
Anyway, and I just thought it was really eye opening. Like we had just
Showtimes.
came from this experience in one block, and like we told a story about how these 2 girls like literally went through all these shenanigans by some guys who were just trying to get their attention to going to like Wanderlust, and how all the women. Well, I've heard a woman's perspective that she felt so comfortable there. And like we actually had more fun at the place where people felt more comfortable. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. And then it makes you think like the typical. I'm not a club goer myself, but like it makes you think that if people who actually attended the club felt this type of comfort, then maybe it'd be a different type of environment altogether.
Right.
So I mean, of course, it's super inebriated, but like to be able to make that parallel, I think is really dope.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to make that last night, but I also heard there was a conversation, and there's there's 2 young ladies. I think there may have been a guy there too. It's everything's just such a blur. I'm so glad you guys.
Yeah,
are
you're saying they all the same there. Keep going.
We're all people.
I'm glad y'all got your homophobic attitudes out of the way and came to Wanderlust and like.
oh yeah, man. I'm glad I did it.
Back,
Y'all so homophobic.
everybody listen to Thomas Sanders right now. Like, what is this like a ruse?
Like,
But they were talking about how the vibe and how they love it here and how everybody's like family, and then they kind of brought up the incident at Pulse nightclub over in Orlando.
Really?
And how they had family and friends that attended or at least knew about the club, and how it affected them all the way in Mississippi. And then there was this guy talking about how because he was talking about how he started carrying a firearm here because he was scared about the repercussions from what happened there. And so I thought that was pretty amazing how that resonated and got all the way over here. And I think
I can't believe like that was months ago. Like,
right. You know what I'm saying? And I really have forgotten.
Yeah, it's been over a year.
When he said that, it clicked in my mind like, oh my God, that's what he's talking about. And like, imagine, like, because we don't feel like that, Nicole. We don't feel like we're the family, when we go to free lunch down the street. It doesn't feel like a family, environment, but they feel like they're in a place of comfort, a safe place with their family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for our clubs, to be cis heterosexual males, the clubs that we frequent is not even like that. So we probably couldn't even imagine. This is dope back and think about it. We can't even fathom the idea of having that space disrupted like that because it already isn't that space for us.
Right. Yeah. All right, guys, we go take a break. Give us 1 second. We'll be right back with you.
What's up, Token Society? If you talk, we talk back. Follow us on Twitter at Token Talk Tweets. Follow us on Instagram at Token Talk Podcast, and like our Facebook at Token Talk. And if you're kicking it old school, send us an email at tokentalkpodcast@gmail.com.
Well,
Yes.
all right. I appreciate y'all sitting through that long story. Hopefully, you got the morals out of it. I mean, I guess we all grew like 0.1% that night, but we did. It did open up a lot of our perspectives, though.
Well, my true colors came out. I just want everybody to know that I'm down with everybody, and I love it.
We got a video of Thomas like enjoying himself in that environment. He was really having a good time, and I definitely want to post that, spread some good vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
So Thomas is amazing at 90s dancing.
Yes. No. Yeah. Truly.
he really
we don't
is
give him
good.
enough compliments. That's
Yeah,
true. Like
he's
you are a
great.
beast.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm a beast. Thank you.
He does that thing where like one leg is on the floor, but then like the other one's like kicking in the air. Then that one hits the floor, and the other one kicks in the air.
Yeah,
you
I
know what
was
that's
like, man,
called.
where you learn all that from, big dog?
Yeah. I watch
TV,
New Jack
baby.
Swing a lot.
Yeah, I used to dance a lot when I was a kid in my room. You know,
Well,
I
you
didn't
don't
have
look
a lot
it.
of friends. What?
Go ahead.
I don't look like I dance a lot.
Well, yeah.
Shut up.
Your thighs, bro, like muscular and stuff, bro. You see it?
So,
Oh, by the way, this has nothing to do with the podcast or your life in general. But the other day, this girl that looked like Kylie Jenner said she went as 21 Savage for Halloween.
Jesus Christ.
I still don't even know what
And
that
it was
means.
such a bad costume. She had like a blood wig on with a mascara cross.
Knife.
Knife
a knife.
cross.
It's a knife.
It's a knife across her forehead. And she was like, I was 21 Savage. And I was like, no, you weren't. Okay.
You want it to be.
And I would also like to pose this question to the audience. Why,
Why?
when you meet people
When you
and they fit into a certain box, let's say you meet a person that's blue, and you have to talk about all the blue things you ever ate in your life, or all the times somebody else has said you look a tint of blue in a certain light. Like, why do you feel like you have to bring all that up when you meet somebody who's blue? Like, how about talk about bigger issues like, oh, how are you feeling today, or like, what did you eat, or like some stuff like that. Like, anyway, all right.
People like that bullshit.
That's. I mean, I think we touched on that before, like the desire to try to bridge that gap and just to kind of ease comfort, and it's like a defense mechanism. Like, let me try to expedite the process to getting us to know each other or find similarities ASAP.
And people do that with politics, which is really weird. Like, you go somewhere and you meet people and you're lounging around and someone wants to bring up like political crap. Which
Well, Thomas,
I thought
you're a
was
conservative. Let me ask you something.
which is, to me, that's a negative thing to do, because I don't like to talk about politics. I don't like to talk about anything that is not about either that moment,
Pam
like
Grier.
partying, or how hot it is in Mississippi, or
Yeah.
hey, listen, if we're gonna do something, let's just hate on Mississippi as long as we can.
If we let him, he'll make this whole podcast about hating on Mississippi.
Oh, man.
We won't.
But speaking about hating on Mississippi, Alabama has gotten some recent hate.
What Alabama do?
Okay. The makers of cereal, and This American Life,
Oh,
they released another podcast called S-Town.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
you listen to S-Town?
Oh yeah, I listened to the whole thing. It was good.
You listen to S-Town, Tario?
Yeah, S-Town's great. S-Town's about this small town in Alabama, man.
Y'all out here like listen to other podcasts, bro.
And it could have been in Mississippi. Like, it didn't matter. S-Town is short for Shit Town.
Oh, okay.
And it's essentially the gist of this podcast is about this genius who has never left rural Alabama, been all over the world, and never left rural Alabama, and
cheap.
all the stuff that he went through.
He was a master clockmaker.
Yeah, a horologist.
Horologist. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought I was that, but okay.
According to Timberland.
But another podcast I checked out was.
Well, hold up. Can we let me just tell you. So KM,
Yeah.
her family's got a lake house out in Gunnersville or something like that, Alabama, and literally you have to pass through Shit Town. You don't have to actually go through it, but you can veer off and hit Shit Town. We hit Shit Town, and everything that Little Caesars they talked about on the episode, we passed it. We done the church, and then we tried to go up to the house where the maze is, because one of the great things about
No
it
spoiler alerts, but
this
No,
clockmaker,
the
this
maze
hoarder,
come
whatever
up
his
in
name
the
is.
first episode.
okay.
Yeah, so this guy has created this maze out of
Shrubs.
landscaping shrubs from all of this huge part of
With
land.
64 different combinations.
Yeah, like you can't. I mean, it's just amazing, and you can actually see it from Google Map if you
You type in the coordinates they give you on that podcast.
but you cannot access it from the roads. So Katie was like, all right, we're gonna go up this road and keep going. And as we got deeper and deeper into the woods, I was like, I don't feel like this is a good idea.
Uh-uh.
And she was like, well, let's just go up a little bit more. And I'm passing houses now, and they looking like, it's a live one up here. In this little small car, we could probably grab and flip it over. And finally, I was like, I think we need to turn around.
First of all, they say in the podcast how racist that town is.
Yeah.
Like they
That's
talk
the
about-
scary part about it
They
was
talk
how
about how
racist it
racist that town is, like the entire show. Like
You guys should watch. Ever listen to S Town?
They don't.
No, listen to Talking Talk podcast. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it was just with
was
Serial
so
and all
good,
those other ones.
yeah.
It's a really good.
It's an investigative, like
yeah.
journalist type podcast.
that's exactly
Right.
what it is.
So
Investigative.
this
So it's like
guy,
Serial.
basically, this reporter comes down to talk about a murder that may or
there
may
it
not have
is.
happened, and ends up finding the real story, which is this guy.
Oh, they
So-
did it. Hell no, they did it. Whatever.
Okay, another great podcast that is really inspired me. So I recently got a tattoo, and my tattoo artist told me to listen to an episode of This American Life
I mess with them. I like
on the phenomenon of Afrocentrism. What?
them. Wow.
Oh man, it was so good. It was so good. The theme of Afrocentrism is moving forward and looking back. So like they don't want to forget the past that African Americans had, but they do want to move forward. So Afrofuturism,
That's what I've been doing the whole time.
Afrofuturism. It's about like space and like aliens and like black people on Mars and stuff like that.
What?
And
A futuristic exploration of African Americans. Like,
right.
Oh,
But can I tell y'all one cool story? I mean, you should really listen to This American Life, the episode about Afrocentrism. But the song they played, there's this song, and if you know the name of the song, please tell us via email, or I can go back and listen. But
yeah, we don't want to Shazam it. Just tell us.
so the premise of the song is that so when slaves were in the transatlantic slave trade, and they were going across the Atlantic Sea, some pregnant women got thrown overboard.
Right.
Well, instead of those babies dying inside of their mothers, they adapted to living underwater. So what you have is a Black Atlantis.
Like
It is
Talking about
crazy.
mermaids.
like Earth, Wind, and Fire may have made a song about like
It's
the
crazy.
same stuff.
It's a rap song. I can't remember who made it. It's a great song though.
A
So
rap
here's the
song
thing.
about black mermaids, Blermaids.
Oh, and so then
Blermaids.
So then the song goes into. So then some land dwellers try to take over Atlantis, Black Atlantis, and it talks about like this war that happened between like the
Dope.
Black Atlantis.
That's what,
and
Afro
Atlantis.
Punk.
Daryl Hannah. Yeah.
You know what Afropunk is about in New York? Yeah, the festival. We all should go. I think we all have to go topless. I think that's a rule. Because every picture I see,
I'm not showing my pecs.
yeah,
They used to be
I don't
pecs,
make the
not
rule. But no, it's like dope. And they have like, you know, really like alternative artists up there and they perform. I know it's one of those things that they're trying to fight it for being gentrified, but it's I had a friend that's in New Jersey go, and he was just telling us all about it. And it was kind of seemed like something we should have been at, you know. Like I said, it's an alternative subculture, and it's pretty dope. And
So if you're up in the New York area, go check that out.
we're gonna be there next year. Catch us
right.
hoping talking Afro Punk next
All right.
year.
Word.
So my last two podcast
Make a shirt.
suggestions actually like merge into each other. Okay, so then I was I googled great podcast to listen to. I had to work a lot this weekend, and they told me to listen to this podcast called Seeing White. And Seeing White is an episode of a podcast by psychologists who deal in converting people from not being racist to not being racist. And it is ridiculous. But it's the whole podcast itself is about psychology, but this particular episode is about that field of psychology. And there's this black therapist who does the conversion from being racist to not being racist. And she straight up said, she was like, look, it happened the same way every time. Whenever you make some people confront their demons, they get real mad. And so the art of the counseling is to make sure people channel their anger in the right ways, and they can come out on the other side of it a little bit more informed. But she said, but sometimes I know I'm not the person to sit there while they channel their rage. She's like, I gotta leave.
Yeah,
She's like, I gotta leave. Like, I just let them like go through that thing. Dude.
Like, what, like let them choke like a black doll or something.
Right.
Like, no, what do you?
The
We
host,
need them for the race war.
the host,
Just saying.
every time the host and the guest, the host and the guest both went into like the anger that happens when people confront like certain beliefs. And yeah, it was a really good podcast. So like I know we recently got a message about how do you deal with racist thoughts. Like we had one of our listeners reach out to us and was like,
yeah, I mean,
how do you deal with racist thoughts? And like seeing white is a great response to
you get a therapist to dismantle it from the inside.
Well, yeah, and like the more research you do, the more you can understand what you feeling is natural, but there's a process to it, and like going forward. All right, but then I could juxtapose that with this guy.
You just learned that word.
Joe,
You said it several times today. I love it.
But yeah,
Joe Rogan.
I just want to make the parallel between like Game of Thrones, like the White Walkers. So like if Thomas is talking about this race war he loves talking about. So if we got these used to be races and we converted them to like our side, can we like race them like the White Walkers did to fight for us?
Absolutely.
Okay, just make sure. Go ahead, Tario.
All right,
And then they get credit lines. I mean, we're gonna be in the money.
Yo, that's what we need.
so Joe Rogan podcast.
I never thought Joe Rogan's name would be mentioned on our podcast. Let's go ahead.
No,
All right,
exactly.
so-
Who's Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan,
The guy from
he works
Fear
for
Factor?
MMA,
Yeah,
and
that's
Fear
him.
Factor.
Okay.
Stand-up comedian.
Short dude.
Yeah.
I got you.
So he was so he had a guest on, and this is his guest story. This guest was forced into going to like diversity meetings. He worked for Google. Getting paid like $165,000 a year.
Thank you, Google.
But he was getting forced to go to these diversity meetings and go Google's whole we need more women and people of color to work here. And first of all, he wasn't forced. These meetings were very optional, but he always went though. I don't know, say what you will. But he hated these meetings so much. He felt so discriminated against and so like ostracized that he wrote a scientific research style letter based on research papers and all this kind of stuff, and submitted as a memo to the company. At first, Google didn't care. They was like, "Man, this is like putting numbers to racism." You know what I mean? Like
Did
It was like a manifesto. Like
Did they Jerry Maguire his ass?
numbers is sexism. They didn't at first. Then Silicon Valley was very liberal, so like it started circulating, and it got out, and this crazy buzz got behind it, and Google had to fire him at that point because he just looked bad at Google. Well, he went on his podcast. He been touring, doing shows, and talking about basically how diversity is a bad thing, and not for the reasons you think diversity is a bad thing, like letting people who aren't qualified do the job. You know, the same arguments that people got against affirmative action. But I'm like, nobody's trying to push anybody out. They're just saying we need more of a certain type of people.
Inclusive, yeah.
And like, I feel like when I listen to this podcast, him and Joe Rogan just sat there and just cried about like the fact that like, they won't give other people the same shot they had though. They just sat there and cried for 2 hours, and I made myself listen to it no matter how mad I got. I had a comeback for every argument, and like they made some good points, and I completely agree with some good points. But what it comes down to is, okay, you had laws in this country against a group of people, so it's gonna take laws in this country to help a group of people out. You know what I mean?
3/5.
Right. And then another thing is
Jim Crow.
nobody knows how to do it though. So of course the method of going about it is not right. Of course the method of going about it is gonna step on a lot more toes than it should have.
Well, that's what when you say no one knows how to do it, no one knows how to do it where everybody's happy.
There's no
Right,
proof.
that's what I'm saying.
That's why we can't. The reparation isn't a thing because they can't quantify it, and then it's like really impossible to actually operationalize the idea of giving like money to this group of people in America.
Right.
That much money, I would say.
So when people say diversity, some other people, when they hear diversity, they say, "Oh, they trying to push me out. They attacking me."
Yeah, mediocre white men.
Right. And so, yeah. All right, that was my podcast recommendations. You have any other suggestions, please hit us up in the email. And just
check 'em out.
I listen to Real Simple podcasts. Like,
Yeah, there you got Tario's introspective podcast. Like, I dug it. I think we should give like a corner on each episode, and like you guys can skip over. You watch play it. I thought it was sick. Cause I'm like, hey, I don't listen to nothing. Like, I listen to the new Cozy tape by ASAP Mob, Volume 2. That's John Alpha Chain.
can I ask you a question? On Spotify, there are a lot of ASAPs or ASOPs.
Oh, ASAP Ferg, ASAP Mob.
Yeah, and I want to know, are they all
Rocky.
affiliated in some way, or
Yeah.
The ASAP with a dollar sign is they're all part of ASAP Mob.
Right.
Okay.
Then you guys got like this rapper from like the early thousands. His name's ASAP.
Oh, well, it's ASOP. OP. So it's Aesop, like
Aesop.
Aesop's Fable.
Oh, that
Aesop
cat.
Rock.
Okay, so I'm
And he rhymes like this because I want it.
Yeah, I came across that cat because I was looking for ASAP, and I was like, that's terrible. Yeah, okay.
But your guy is as soon as possible $, and as soon as possible mob.
ASAP, man. Just chill out. ASAP.
Same thing.
Man.
So they are affiliated.
They are affiliated,
Right,
man.
so keep going.
No, I mean, it's great. It's a great album. Check
So
them
you
out.
listen to really bad music, and then what else going on?
Actually, as we speak right now, there are several hurricanes going on, so we do want to make sure. I'm like, I know it's kind of tough, like, cause we're in Jackson, like we're not impacted this time.
We good, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we were
Like North Korea when they shooting those missiles and they couldn't reach us. Like,
Thomas doing a butterfly.
Come get it.
Peter Piper. Do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, that's terrible.
Pull up.
Because there are people who are
Pick the
affected.
missile.
But it's like also earthquakes and it's just a lot. I mean, it's just
wildfires there?
and wildfires.
Can I just
West Coast and it's just so much going on. Since we're on the subject of like random things anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So I was looking at BuzzFeed today, checking on my phone,
Oh, why you do that?
and there's literally an article in there from BuzzFeed, and it says Florida police warn. Police issued the warning after thousands RSVP to a Facebook event titled "Shoot at Hurricane Irma," which means they're basically telling people it's not a good idea to shoot at the hurricane, and they got a graphic on here that shows a man shooting at the hurricane and how that bullet can come back. And there's I'm looking at the diagram and there's some words, and the only words say bullets come back, don't shoot. There's no comma. It's just bullets come back, don't shoot at it.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I think that if we all shoot at the same spot, we can reverse the polarity of the hurricane and it can flow back out.
Right. Emptying the cartridge at the sun, baby.
Snap.
Regina Spektor, I see you.
You know what? My mom called me. She was like, this lady at work was telling me. She said, you know what? All the origins of all the hurricanes, like where they come from geographically. And I was like, no, Mom, tell me. She's like, they come from Africa or like it's right there, like the northwest.
They hotel.
Yes.
Hotel hurricanes.
Yeah, she was like, she told me, the lady told me that comes from, all the slaves that did not make it on the Atlantic slave trade, and they're making their way back to America. I'm like, Mom, but why are they going to Florida though? Like,
Why they going to Florida and Texas?
Why they going to New Orleans, Bob?
They need to be hitting Maine and New England.
Wait, calm down.
immediately.
Hey,
But it's true though.
Hey, myth is a strong part of my culture, though. Myth is a strong part of my culture. Hey, yo, we all know hurricanes come from when the hot water meets cold air.
So the heat from the Sahara Desert and so they combine. They do weird things in the water, and then
They catch
Sharknado.
and they catch a Gulf Stream on up to like.
Okay.
and it gets worse and worse. And
But if you shoot at it like Contra, then
Then why
might
not?
turn around. You know what I'm saying? But it turns out that it was a satirical event that some clown created, and everybody just took off with it. They were making memes. It was like, tell Irma to pull up then if she want it. If you want it, come get it. And so many people joined that event that the police were like, please don't shoot at the hurricane. And I'm like, come on now, we just having a little fun with it.
You do see like a lot of videos of people like being lighthearted in a situation where it can be pretty devastating. There could be like a loss of life and property, and
Sure.
Of course, it's a big push to make sure if you evacuate, please take your pets. Real, I respect it.
Evacuate. How about just evacuate and stop trying to ride it out? Because the people who die, they just be like, man, I ain't trying to hear that.
I read an NPR article, man. Everybody, so that's the thing. Everybody can't evacuate, and then we evacuate like an entire state.
Logistically, it's not possible. Man.
Yeah.
6 million people can't. Where they gonna go?
Where they gonna go? And infrastructure can't even
North,
support
if you live in Florida.
it. This bad here. This bad here. Sorry,
North where? With no money.
Tom's got it. He got to figure it out.
Having no money and sitting in your car or sitting on the side of the road is better than
You gotta have gas to get it up the road.
And they got have enough gas to sell these people. Like,
tell me they ain't got no buses going. They ain't got
How
no
many
buses
buses-
riding for free.
you think got enough buses for the entire
All
population?
that Red Cross money. All that Red Cross
That's
money.
different. That's different.
No, Red Cross squandered that money, man.
Yeah,
they
they
only built 6 houses in Haiti, bro.
Hey, trash. Hey,
Here
can
we
we do
go.
that? Can we attack a Red Cross?
I don't think we can.
We can. Token
They're,
Talk podcast.
they're official sponsors of the NFL. I don't think we
Token Talk podcast officially condemns the Red Cross.
What are you doing right now?
They're not gonna sponsor us, and we don't want that
You
sponsorship.
can't say that, man.
I love
can.
the Red Cross and other people who give money to help other people.
Oh, the WBA. Yeah, I get it. They're not gonna give us no money. They didn't give them no money. Forget them.
Then they,
Fine, and the Blue Cross.
and then they showed the lunch boxes, the lunch boxes the Red Cross giving out in Houston. It was like a pack of nabs.
Did you see
two pieces of sliced turkey?
That's terrible, bro.
That sound like
That's terrible.
Did y'all Rule put that together? I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah, I know
You see that? There was this lady who was getting interviewed at like a shelter by a news reporter.
Yes,
and she
that
was
was
like, "Yo, we're here dying. We don't know what we're gonna do. My kids are cold and hungry, and you got a camera in my face.
Yeah,
and you got this microphone, and you still got this microphone in my face. And I don't know, and that was like, so everybody's like, look at the media doing this crappy stuff, but that's the media's job.
Yeah, but look at weathermen outside in hurricanes right now, like doing that dance where like I'm a report while being blown sideways.
Okay,
I see a cow.
Can we talk about this though? I mean, I feel like a lot of super insensitive.
Joe Pullman.
But why?
Want some more?
I feel like we have like the technology to see the what's going on, the actions of a hurricane as it's doing its thing. Why do we need a person, whether man or woman, out there standing in the element, letting us know what's going on?
That's what people want to see, baby.
Because
the crowd going.
The people want to see somebody struggling and saying, "Wow, if that was me out there, I'd be afraid." And it's all about fear, baby.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's what we do. That's what the news is for. It ain't for informing.
We sound like a pirate radio station right now.
That's what a podcast
Well, if it is what it is. Okay.
God damn. So,
trade license. Well, let's go.
Peace and love and Godspeed to all those affected by the hurricanes. We will definitely be retweeting links. We got to.
And also,
this is our
make sure you leave. If you in Miami, joke's on you. Your stuff gone now.
Okay.
But no one, because it didn't actually hit Miami. It didn't hit Miami. Y'all left for no reason. But you got to get out. You just got to get out.
The thing about it is, by the time this aired, the hurricane been done passed.
Like, that's what y'all understand.
Like by the time
now it's hit Tampa, so we good.
It's gonna come back. It's like, yo, I left my keys.
I kick out the studio.
I love the bird cage, baby.
Shut his mic off. Shut his microphone off. God, man.
I'm just saying.
You're not just saying. Everybody didn't have access to leave. Go to commercial.
Why do you? I just don't understand. Like, you feel like. Do you want everybody to leave? Or are you like, hey, they can't leave, so Hurricane, why don't you just stop your racist ass? Why don't you stop this bull, okay? Because you hating on these people over here for no reason. Shit. It's nature, baby.
It's nature, baby.
When nature comes, you got to get out.
I'm gonna get you a shirt that says "It's nature, baby."
It's nature, baby. What's gonna be do? Racist ass hurricane.
Racist ass. And that's why they were shooting at it. If you want,
that was so fun.
If you want, it's Nature's Baby's t-shirt. Hit us up at Tokyo Talk Podcast.
We ain't gonna make them. You know good and well we ain't gonna make them.
We gonna try. We gonna try, man. Jesus Christ.
So you passed to the left. I mean, I got.
You did enough. Oh, I'm saying one thing about the story about those young ladies earlier.
I
gotta check myself. Somebody told me it's sexy when
you said it was young though.
Sexist when I say young lady. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that.
Insecure. So you've been watching Insecure recently too?
I love this finale tonight, so I'm trying to get home on y'all ass. But here's the thing though. Somebody told the lady at the bar. She was like, the last thing she told me was like, "See, I hate it when I meet one of my followers." And I want to be like,
she said it to you?
Yeah, she did say that.
Don't flat. You one of my followers. Like, let's get real. Like, you follow me.
Well, you know what's funny? While you was out there getting your Jimmy waxed by Ray On, what's her? K Swiss walked by me, and she flirted with me. She put her hand on my back. She was like, "I don't think I got to meet you." I was like, "I'm Thomas.
Your hair smell like can too."
The voice went down. I was like, "Oh yeah, good to meet you." And she was like, "You got a twin out in Washington D.C." I was like, "Oh, do I?" She's like, "Yeah, he was real cute, handsome. He gave me a lap dance." And I was like, "So if I give you a lap dance, is that gonna make us friends too? Is that what someone's
saying? Transit of property? No, that's not how it works. Like, that was a twin, it wasn't you,
right?" She said, like, "No, it's all good." And for some reason, whatever reason, she kissed me on the cheek before she left. And then that was it. And I'm like, these two clowns, the moral story, these two clowns spent all night going back and forth, tippity-tappity-tapping. No. And I'm the one that got a kiss on the cheek for being over there in the cut.
First of all, it was just sympathy for you. Because she saw you over there sad.
What I did was ignore the situation.
Poor man, his life alert battery died. I'm going to make sure he's still alive.
First of all, she looked at me, she was like, "I think I went to high school with that dude. I saw him at the skating rink." So basically, if you sit in the cut and wait, things will happen for you. Stop going after everything. Don't worry about game. You need to have that pool. That's just something you gotta have.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Tips from Thomas Price.
It's been Token Talk Podcast. Tips.
We'll see y'all later, bro. This is a good episode.
Peace out, man.
All right.
Later, love.